What is up, everyone? Welcome to another K&J Finds video. It's that time of the month again where I go over everything that sold for the month of August. So August was actually a pretty good month. Sold a total of 56 items on all of my selling platforms. So that's eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace. And made some pretty good profit. Made more than last month, so that's a plus. I sold a total of 56 items, but I'm just gonna go over the most profitable items on each of the platforms. I'm gonna start off with eBay first. So for the first item that sold on eBay is this North Carolina Hornets basketball shorts. It was a vintage pair of shorts, sold for $50 plus shipping, and only paid $7.39. Picked it up at Goodwill. And before I continue on, I don't do free shipping, so everything is the price plus the buyer has to pay for shipping themselves. And for the most part, everything that sold are either from Goodwill, majority, and some personal items, and maybe a few other thrift stores, which I'll be sure to mention. So the first item was those pair of Hornet shorts that sold for $50+. The second item that sold is this radiography exam book. Sold for $38.50 plus shipping. That was a personal item I no longer needed, so put it up and it sold. The third item is this Under Armour football cleats. It was a personal item that was given to me to sell from a family member, and it sold for $30 plus shipping. The next item is this vintage 1961 Fisher-Price Chatterphone. It was pretty cool finding this item at Goodwill, and it was only $2.89. And it sold for $20 plus shipping. The fifth item that sold is a bobblehead of Isaiah Finer Falefa. Sold for $24 plus shipping, and we paid $9.59 originally. The sixth item that sold is a pretty cool dice set. I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings, but this Lord of the Rings dice set was a cool pickup. We got it at Eco Thrift for only $2.49, and surprisingly it sold for $40 plus shipping, so it must have been like a fan of the series or game and whatnot, so pretty cool. The seventh item that sold is another bobblehead, this time of Madison Bumgarner. Sold for $24.50 plus shipping, and we purchased it originally for $6.09. The eighth item is another vintage item. I'm not sure what year, but I know for sure it's a vintage silver-plated item. It's this duck that we picked up for only $1.99 at Goodwill, and it sold for $29 plus shipping. And the next item that sold is this graphic t-shirt that my brother no longer wanted. So it's when Pokemon and Uniqlo did a collab together. So it's this Gengar shirt, which sold for $20 plus shipping. The 10th item that sold is this Pittsburgh brake fluid bleeder kit, which we originally paid $6.89, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. And then the last two items are pairs of shoes. So the first one being these bear trap sandals, which my mom no longer wanted, sold for $25 plus shipping. And then a pair of these classic Reebok shoes that I no longer wanted, and sold for $19.50 plus shipping. So those are some of the items that were most profitable that sold on eBay. I'm also reading off of this paper, so sorry if I'm looking down a lot, but yeah, so the next online selling platform is Poshmark. The first item being these personal pair of Crocs that I no longer wanted, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. For the most part, everything that sold on Poshmark were mostly personal items that I no longer wanted. So the second item that sold is this Maui & Sons chillax hat, sold for $17 plus shipping. The next two items are pairs of bear trap sandals, which my mom no longer wanted. So one of them sold for $30 plus shipping, and the other sold for $22 plus shipping. And then lastly, this Betsy Johnson crossbody bag, which was my sister's that she no longer wanted, sold for $22 plus shipping. Those were the most profitable items on Poshmark. The next selling platform is Mercari, and there were three items that were most profitable. The first one being this Jelly Belly dispenser which we paid $4.39 originally, and it sold for $17 plus shipping. The second item is this Oakland A snapback hat. I'm not sure if it was vintage or made to look vintage, but we originally bought it for $6.39, and it sold for $30.01 plus shipping. And then the third item is this Dell wireless keyboard and mouse, which was personal item and we no longer needed it. Actually, it was, so we had two of these and I kept one and sold one. So this one sold for $31 plus shipping. And then last but not least is Facebook Marketplace. Sold 3 items this past month, all of which were pure profit because they were personal items that we no longer wanted. So the first one being this Puma fanny pack, sold for $20 cash. Second is this pouch that Tokidoki did with Le Sportsac. It was like a collab situation. Sold for $15 cash. And then last but not least is this personal Polaroid camera, sold for $30 cash. So that's everything that sold for the month of August. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I sold a total of 56 items, but I only went over, items that were most profitable on each of the selling platforms. But yeah, here are the total estimated profits made for the month of August. It was a pretty good month. We beat last month, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm excited to see what September has in store. I'm continuing to list every day. I list about 3 to 5 items a day, and just being consistent with it. And the good thing is that I'm also, I'm not really having to source much. I'm kind of just going through my closet and getting rid of, clothing that I don't need, outfits I don't need, or even like family members giving me stuff that they want to clean out. Lucky for me, I get to put it up on my online selling platforms, and if it sells kind of a thing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for the new subscribers for watching, commenting, liking the video, all that jazz. I read every single comment. But yeah, let me know what was the most profitable item for you guys, or if you don't, just drop a comment and say hi. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace for now.